Alright guys, what I've got in front of me is a glass jar. This is no ordinary glass jar. This glass jar represents your life. Specifically today. This glass jar represents today. Over here, we've got some chia seeds. These chia seeds represent all the easy, fun things in your life. What do you start your day with? Most of us probably start our day by picking up our phone and checking our social media. So let's put a little bit of chia seeds in there. Okay. And actually, sometimes we feel like playing some video games or watching some YouTube before we really get started with our day. So let's put a little bit more. And then our group chat is popping off. You know, the boys are sending funny pictures in the chat and yeah, we have to reply, man. We have to take part of it. It's all fun, right? Put a little bit more. Bro, you might as well just put it all. Screw it, why not? Okay, so this is all the easy fun things in our life. Next we've got like the kind of important things, but like not super important things. The pistachios. This is like the emails you need to reply to, or like the laundry that you haven't done in like 2 weeks. Probably need some clothes, so let's put some of those in. Okay, last but definitely not least, we've got the oranges. Now, nobody likes oranges, but they're kind of important. These represent, you know, that assignment you haven't done, you know, the dissertation for uni, or that work project that you've been holding off on for a while. The things that are really truly kind of life-changing, that's what these represent. So now let's put these in. Try my best to fit them in. But I don't know if you noticed, I could barely fit in 2. That's overflowing. That's not today anymore. I could only fit in 2. That's a problem. We're talking about life-changing stuff. And that pretty much is a representation of how most of us live our life today. Which isn't very efficient, as you can see by the glass jar. We wasted all this time with the easy, fun tasks. We wasted this much time with the kind of important tasks, but not like really important tasks. And then we were left with this, which is a good amount of time. It's almost 50%, but we didn't get to finish everything. We still had 2 tasks left that we didn't do. It's a big problem. What if I told you that you could do all of it? You could literally do the fun, the slightly important, and the super important in one day. And it doesn't really take that much readjusting of your life. Let's try this again. Now to get the stuff out of the jar. This part is painful. Taking out pistachios one by one is not fun. Took forever. Okay, we're back with the empty jar, except from like a couple of chia seeds which I couldn't get out, but just pretend those are like the little remnants of easy tasks that you did just before going to bed. Whatever. So let's rearrange the way we deal with our tasks today and see if we can do everything. It's all the exact same amount. Let's just see if we can do everything. How about we start with our big tasks first? This sucks. We don't like starting with our big tasks first, but maybe if we start with our big tasks first, we can do everything. Let's try it. So I'm gonna try and squeeze them in there. There you go. That's 2. 3 big tasks. At this point, I'm feeling pretty nice about myself. 4 big tasks. I did everything I wanted to do that day in terms of the big tasks, which I'm pretty satisfied at this point. Even if I don't get all my fun in, I already feel better than if it was the day that we had previously. Let's do the semi-important tasks, you know, like the emails and stuff. Okay. Nice and easy. They all fit in there. So this was a hella productive day. I'm really happy that we managed to do this, but you know, it would be nice to actually have some of those easy fun tasks in my life, because you know, I really don't want to be like a monk, you know, I want to have fun, and there's a lot of fun to be had. Let's see how much extra wiggle room we have in this jar for me to have fun today. Let's see. Okay, it's not looking bad. If I stopped here, I wouldn't be too unsatisfied. Oh, we're gonna keep going? Oh, we're gonna keep going. Nah, surely not. Surely this is not possible. Do my eyes deceive me? Or did we get everything done today? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. This could be your day. And this is probably like the one thing that I actually really remember vividly from school. It kind of stuck with me, these kind of like visual demonstrations. I have no idea who invented this idea, by the way. If you know, leave a comment. But what a great representation of time management. Another phrase for this type of approach to time management is eating the frog. I think that's how it goes. You don't want to eat the frog. Eating the frog doesn't sound that nice, does it? But what would be nice is getting it out of the way. Because once you've eaten the frog, then there's no more frog to be eaten, right? And this is a great representation of how most people leave their important tasks till late in the day, to the point where they actually just don't have time. These little micro easy tasks are deceiving because they take up so much more time than you think. It's the kind of thing that you can still have in your day, just with planning. Here's the thing, right? If I wanted to be on my boys group chat for an hour, I could be. What that means is literally being on it as it's popping off. The alternative choice is get my work done, and then once I've finished everything, I can like quickly read through the chat and then contribute, and it's probably still going on, to be honest. You become more efficient with these little tasks. So like, for example, instead of me sitting there in the morning watching a YouTube video, what I might be doing is, I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I'll cook my dinner, and in the background, I'll have my YouTube playing. You see, like, you start becoming more efficient with the choices of these little tasks because they're very flexible. They're really easy to do. Same with the secondary tasks. They're not super difficult to do. There's still a little bit more friction to doing them than the easy tasks. If you don't put the oranges in first, it's very likely they won't fit at all. And look, I completely understand that life doesn't really work like that. Sometimes you have school or you have a job and you can't really work around the point where you put it in first. Obviously, the easiest way to accomplish this would be to put in your biggest tasks first. But that's not actually the message here. The message here is plan time slots for your biggest tasks, because then you know when you're doing them. Recently, I've started waking up at 5 a.m. again. I know it's typical YouTuber, right? Waking up at 5 a.m. It does come at a cost. I do go to sleep at like 9. But by waking up at 5 a.m., I have no distractions and I do filming first, right? That's one of the first things I do in the day. I have a cold shower because I need to properly wake up, and then I do filming, and it's planned that way every single day. How about gym? I have said that I'm going to be working non-stop from, whether it's on YouTube or other projects, from 5 a.m. till 1 p.m. No food, no anything. This is how I designated that time. And then from 1 p.m. till about 3:30 p.m. I've time slotted gym. I don't take 2.5 hours at gym, but I've definitely designated that time because when I come back, this is when I do those micro tasks. You know, I finish gym half an hour early, an hour early, right? From my designated time slot. I have time for my micro tasks now. You know, it's within my like kind of planned time. So I'd recommend you really plan your time in chunks and then give yourself a little bit more time than you really need so that you can do these micro tasks or these semi-micro tasks in between. You don't want to reach a stage where you're prioritizing the little tasks and you won't get the big tasks done. Make sure you eat the oranges, then the pistachios, and then the chia seeds. And now excuse me whilst I go filter out these pistachios from these chia seeds.